Hi everybody, welcome back to the Espresso. I'm Catherine Xiao. Lovely weather outside. It's really nice to make a video in natural lighting. It's great. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? You probably, hopefully, have already watched the first two videos and all exploring the relationship between single Chinese character to eat, which is 吃. That's right. We love to eat. 吃. So it's all about building words, explain to you what are the words that there contain this single Chinese character 吃, to eat. So this video is just a bit of revision. As you probably know, learning, particularly when it comes to language, is super important to revise what you've learned from time to time so your brain can really make short-term memory into long-term. And as the ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius said, 温故而知新. 温故而知新. So that means if you revise, you're going to learn new stuff. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to revise what we've learned in the first two videos together. And please wait to the end. If you remember in the second video, I actually had a little question for you about the meaning of new words. And so at the end of the video, I'm going to review what's the answer to that. Okay? So first come back to the Chinese character 吃, 吃. So the character has the mouth radical because it's something to do with your mouth. And then the other side of the character qi is to help with the pronunciation. So 吃, we use it every day. 吃饭, to have meal. 你喜欢吃什么? Would you like eating? 我喜欢吃北京烤鸭 I love Beijing roast duck. 我喜欢吃年糕 rice cake. 我是上海人，我也喜欢吃小笼包 上海小笼包. So I'm from Shanghai. I also love the Shanghainese, the little dumplings. Okay, so that's about 吃. The word, so first we did 3 verb that contains 吃. The first one, 吃醋. You remember? 吃醋. So eat vinegar. 醋. Think about the feeling. Vinegar, sour, strong, bitter a little bit. 镇江醋, the Chinese vinegar is quite strong. So eat vinegar, what's that mean in Chinese? Yes, it means getting jealous and getting envious. And particularly, we use it in a romantic setting. 比如说, for example, 他吃醋了. He or she is getting jealous. Or you could, joke with your friends. Oh, 吃醋了. Oh, you're getting jealous again. Or you can say, describe personality of someone. You can say, 他这个人特别爱吃醋. 他这个人特别爱吃醋. So that means he's the jealous type. He gets jealous really, really quickly. So 吃醋, the first thing we learned today. And in reality, actually, I do like eating vinegar, the actual vinegar. I don't think I'm the jealous type. But so it's confusing, isn't it? When you say something in Chinese in different contexts, it can mean very different things. So it's really important 吃醋, whether people say when they love vinegar or they tend to get jealous quite easily. Okay, so that's 吃醋, the first word we learned. The second one, remember this one? Eat bitter. 吃苦. 苦, bitter. So after taste vinegar, what about if you taste something bitter? What does that mean? 吃苦. It's a very positive word in Chinese. It means someone who's resilient, who can endure hardship. 吃苦. So usually you can say that actually at your job interview if you're looking for a job, or you can just say, 我很能吃苦的，我很能吃苦的. That means, I'm willing to work hard. I can handle all the hard work. Okay? And if you describe someone 会吃苦, be able to, or 能吃苦 is capable of, endure or eat bitter, that is a compliment. But of course, you can do the opposite. If you say, 他不能吃苦，他不能吃苦. So he or she is not capable of doing hard work, doing difficult work. They cannot, live up to the standard, okay, because they give up. Okay, so 吃苦, 吃苦. And the last word we learned in the first video is 吃亏, 吃亏. 亏 deficit, 亏了亏了亏了. So if you say 亏了亏了, that means I lost money, I lose out. Then 吃亏, 吃亏了. So when do you say that? If you bought something really expensive, it turned out you can buy something cheaper from a different shop. 这个价钱我吃亏了，买这个价钱我吃亏了。So buying at this price, I really lost out. Or sometimes you can also use it beyond business setting. You can describe someone, was not in the best, let's say, condition or got the short end of the stick in the situation. So for example, you can say, 他的个性很吃亏，因为他很害羞，他很害羞 he's very shy 所以呢，他的个性太吃亏了。So that's why his personality really doesn't benefit him. 他的个性 personality 所以呢 you can describe someone's personality being some kind of limitation. So 吃亏 can also have that kind of sense, got the short end of the stick. Okay, so one last time in terms of revision. 吃醋 getting jealous. 吃亏 lose out. 吃苦 good word. At least from the Chinese perspective, to be able to endure hardship. Okay, so these are the 3 verbs, but we also talk about when it comes to 吃, eat something. There's something you have to be very careful when you talk about eating particular food, and especially when you use it to describe someone. Okay, so what are they? The first one is eat vegetables. 吃素的 because we talk about, why is that? Think about it. Because if you are carnivores, in the animal world, you can be very aggressive, right? You tend to be the catcher, right? But if you only 吃素的, so like sheep and giraffe, you tend to be the one eaten by lions. That's why 吃素的 become an expression to describe someone's quite weak or easy to bully. When do we use this? Usually people would say 我可不是 I'm definitely not. Okay, 我可 here is to stress, to emphasize. 我可不是吃素的 I'm definitely not easy to bully. Okay, so this is an expression when people use it to, show they are strong and to protect their face. 我可不是吃素的 or I have to do something, otherwise this person think I'm, 吃素的 So 吃素的 not good to describe someone. The second one, be very careful for anyone who loves tofu, like me as well. 吃豆腐 Tofu is one of the, very common and very popular dish in China. So 吃豆腐 you might think what's wrong about that. So 吃豆腐, we have the historical story, so I'm not going to repeat that, but 吃豆腐 could mean to deliberately flirt with someone or kind of an inappropriate, maybe physical closeness or sexual harassment. Particularly, it can go both ways. It can say about men to women, but also women to men. So 吃豆腐. So how do you use it? I mean, you can describe the situation, say, 他被 usually is a passive. 他被吃豆腐了. So he or she's being taken advantage of, maybe sexually. Or you could say, or you can joke it with each other. So some couples do that. 吃我豆腐啊,吃我豆腐啊. So this is kind of a slang. And it's interesting word, but be careful when you use it. 吃豆腐. And the last word we learned is 吃白饭. So eat white rice. 吃白饭. Do you remember what that means? 吃白饭. So it actually just means someone who's very lazy, who only eats but doesn't do work. Okay, someone who's useless. So again, 吃白饭 is not a good word. Okay, so try to be very careful when you use this 吃白饭 to describe another person. So 他是吃白饭的 is definitely, it means, he's useless. So that's not very good vocabulary, very good word to describe someone. So I mean, all the word we learned, this is just like be careful. It has several meanings in Chinese. It has the literal meaning, but be careful of the actual culture meaning behind that. So 吃素的, someone who's very weak, easy to influence. 吃豆腐, who like to take advantage of the other person. And then 吃白饭, who's doesn't work, okay? Who just eat but doesn't work. Right, so thank you for staying with me up to this point. This is the homework, right? This is the homework I set. 吃软饭. What then can eat soft rice mean? Eat soft rice. Again, not a good word, but this is only for men. Okay, 吃软饭, 软 soft. So 吃软饭 means a man who's relying on women to, have a living. So this person doesn't work, but rely on women. Maybe he, doesn't work, but has a rich wife, or he didn't do anything, but he just trying to rely on women to survive. So 吃软饭的. So again, not a particular nice word to describe a gentleman in the Chinese culture. Okay, so much for today. I hope it's a useful recap. And next 2 videos, we're gonna learn more stuff. Then we're gonna about 吃, still about eat. I know. Then we're gonna draw a conclusion. So keep on watching, and hopefully you've learned something. Okay, 再见.